Hello again, my name's Kevin. You're watching Leatherneck Prepper. You guys may have seen at this point in time those small police cameras. They usually come on trailers. They have big solar-powered solar panels, blue flashing lights to let you know, hey, it's a camera, we're watching. It's the police. Ours here in Nashville say Metro Police Department. I think they all say MNPD, Metro Nashville Police Department. And at first it was just in small areas, very, very sparsely populated. A lot more higher crime areas. And I get it, you're trying to watch areas like that because you can't have an officer constantly patrolling certain areas. However, or let me take that back, areas in general, they just can't be everywhere all at once. After all, police are there to take the report after the fact. They're not really there, although they do get lucky occasionally, but they're not really there to stop the problem. They're there to take care of the issue after the fact, which is why I'm a very strong Second Amendment advocate and practice regularly. But these cameras, I think, have gotten so widespread now, they are everywhere in Nashville. It's almost like they don't want them to do their job and be out patrolling. More and more often, I see them sitting in parking lots instead of driving around, checking out neighborhoods, especially neighborhoods that, I'll use my neighborhood. Back a few years ago, there was a rash of car break-ins. They were going around looking for guns. They were basically going around looking for cars that were unlocked and going through them looking for guns. My wife one night left her truck unlocked. My neighbor, he never locks his. And sure enough, they targeted us. I actually caught them in the neighborhood and requested an extra patrol, which didn't happen because they were stretched too thin. They're like 100 officers down, maybe more by now. I chased them out of the neighborhood. Of course, I had to go to work, and they came right back not too long after. I gave a good description of the vehicle. Wasn't able to get the tags, but I did give a good description of the vehicle. They did my neighborhood for several days. Now, I think the officers now, the police departments, not necessarily the officers, because they don't have any backing, especially here in Nashville because of the oversight board. They can't do their jobs. It's just impossible when you've got both hands tied behind your back to do your job. I've never had a bad encounter with Metro Police Department, so let me throw that out there. I do back the blue in almost every case, but when you've got the oversight board sitting there just needling you, why would you want to do your job if you were constantly being harassed? So they put the body cameras on, which is a great thing when they work. Now they've got these cameras set up everywhere that record everything. So it's, like I was saying, it's almost like they are not going to be out there doing the job like they used to do to try and curb the theft, robberies, any problems that any illegal activity that may be coming up. And they just take a good report after the fact. They get the camera, get the footage, try and get as much information, and go after them in hindsight. However, you and me are still the ones that have been done wrong, and nothing really happens. At least not that I see. Especially in this day and age of catch and release, catch and release. Yeah, I know you just burned down somebody's house, but we're going to let you out on your own recognizance. Okay. So, where's the privacy? They should be out patrolling. They should not have their hands tied behind their backs. And these criminals should actually get prosecuted and put away. It's pointless anymore. I'm waiting for them to put them out in the neighborhoods. You'll start seeing them, I do believe, going up your utility poles at some point in time in your neighborhood. Now, I can't promise that, but that's a real invasion of privacy. Of course, a lot of people say that when you're out and about, you don't have any real privacy. Well, you shouldn't have a camera sitting here watching everybody's house and what's going on in their yard. You shouldn't. It's kind of, that is Big Brother. If you've ever seen the movie or read the book, what is it? 1985. That's exactly what's going on. And it's getting more and more prevalent, and we're just letting it happen. We're allowing it. I understand people want to be safe, but your safety is up to you. How you protect yourself and your family and your property is up to you. I'm lucky. I live in a very good state. Tennessee is a very pro-Second Amendment state. They don't come after you unless you just do something totally stupid, like shooting somebody in the back. That's already outside your house. I've heard the old adage of, well, if they break in your window and you shoot them coming in, drag them all the way in the house, or if you shoot them inside, they take off running outside and they die out there, drag them back in the house. No, you don't do that. You absolutely don't do that. That's called tampering with evidence. And anymore, these guys are so good at these investigations, they can tell you where they were shot. They can see the blood splatters around the house. They can do this kind of thing. So don't buy into that. So basically, you really have got to keep your eyes open. You need to stay in contact with your local legislature, your local government. You can write your sheriff. You can write your police chief. Do these things. Stay in contact. Stay in contact with your, what do you call them? Your council members. Let them know your name. Don't worry about being put on a list or this guy is not friendly to the government, not friendly to us. Don't do that. All right? You want them to know. You need them to know that you have your eyes open and you can think. You're not scared. So just, if you've seen these things, keep an eye out. How many more keep popping up and popping up and popping up? There was a parking lot up the street here. It's where Kmart used to be. And there was probably 300 of those things sitting in the parking lot. And they've just gradually dwindled down. So I'm sure they're going out in different areas. So if you start seeing these things pop up in your neighborhood, definitely want to say something. Be a thorn in their backside. Don't give up your freedom. And it's up to you. You and you alone to protect yourself. It's not up to government. Anyways, hope you guys got something out of this. Have a good one.